Hi, welcome back to Grandma Ray Don't Play, and I'm Rachel, and I just want to say again, thank you for 1,000 subscribers. Yay! That was a great feeling the other night when I seen that number on my YouTube channel, and I appreciate you. I give you credit for doing it and getting me there, okay? Because together we can stand, right? Okay, so today I'm gonna make for you American chopped suey with cheese, and we're gonna bake it in the air fryer oven. So what I did ahead of time is I boiled the elbow macaroni. Okay, let me just show you the box. Elbow macaroni, okay? And of course you boil it for about 12 minutes, and then you drain it and rinse it off with some cold water to get the starch off, okay? And I already pre-cooked 2 pounds of hamburger. So 1 pound, half of 1 pound of the hamburger I'm going to use for the American chopped suey and with the cheese, and then the other half I'm going to save for another setting, okay? All right, so let's get started, shall we? All right, and I've also pre-mixed the tomato sauce, which it came out of a can. I used about 2 cans of tomatoes sauce and a half a can of diced tomatoes, and I seasoned that with some salt and pepper, and that's it. All right, so we're gonna get started. Let me adjust the camera and I'll be back. So right here you see I have my elbow macaroni, and you notice that it's not sticking together. It all falls individually, right? That's because I rinse it with cold water afterwards to get the starch out, so it's not sticking together. Okay? All right, so now this is my spaghetti sauce that I have. 2 cans of spaghetti sauce here and a half a can of diced tomatoes seasoned up, okay? So the seasoning was salt, pepper, garlic, and a little olive oil. All right, so we're gonna pour about half of this on there, and we'll wait and see whether we need more as we go. This is my 2 pounds of hamburger. I paid $5 for this, and half of this we're going to use, so the hamburger is going to cost $2.50 worth. All right, and the elbow macaroni was $1 for the box, and this 2 cans of sauce was $1 each, so that's $2 for the 2 cans, and then a half a can of the diced tomatoes is 50 cents. So let's add that up. 2.50, 3, 4, 5, $6 so far, okay? And then we're gonna have some cheddar cheese, and that's another $2, okay? So we're up to $8 for the meal. So I'm gonna put half of this in. Okay, we'll see how that is. All right, and so we're gonna mix that up. When you mix it, you'll see whether you need to add some more tomato sauce or not, because if you still see the pasta as a white color, then you need to add more. Okay, in this case, I'm gonna add some more. You want to save a little because you want to put the sauce on the top when you put it in the air fryer oven. Okay, all right, now let's season it up. I'm going to add some salt. That's sea salt. I'm going to add some black pepper. Okay, and then we're going to add some garlic powder. Okay? Okay, let's mix that up. Okay, now I have some cheddar cheese. This is about, I'd say, a cup and a half. So we're gonna put that in there. When you mix it up, what you want to do is see chunks of cheese everywhere. If you don't really see that as you're mixing it up, you need to add some more cheese. Okay, I'm going to add some more cheese. Okay. Alright, now we want to taste it. You always taste your food to see what you're missing. I think I want to add a little more salt. Okay. Now, I want to add a little more hamburger because I feel like I'm not seeing enough ground beef. Okay, that looks like what I'm looking for. Yes, that looks like it. I can see the chunks of cheese and I can see the hamburger. All right, so now we're gonna pan it up. I'm using a 9-inch cake pan. I'm gonna have 2 of them. So I'm putting a little oil, olive oil, in the bottom of the pan. And I'm gonna get a paper towel and spread that around. If you have cooking spray, you can use that. I don't use cooking spray anymore. I'm cutting my costs. Okay. And I'm gonna oil my other pan. Same process. Olive oil in the bottom of the pan. Okay, and the purpose of that is to make sure it doesn't stick. Okay, all right, so we're gonna put half in here. Okay, and I'll show you what that looks like. And half in here. So one pan will feed a family of 4. So remember, we was up to what, $8? So if one pan is half of that, so a meal would cost you $4, right? How about that? Did we cut that cost down or what? Okay, so before I put the cheese on, I want to give you a good look at that. So as you can see the hamburger and the pieces of cheese, right? Looking good, right? Okay, so we have 2 of those. Alright, so now we want to clean up my mess. That always helps. Okay, so now we're going to put some cheese on top. So this is some more cheddar cheese I have. I buy my cheese in bulk, or I shred it with my food processor, and then I bag it up so that I can get a number of bags out of one big bag so that I don't run through it, right? Okay. Alright, so here's our, so now we get another 1.5 cups of cheese. So now our cost is up to $10. Okay, so each one of these dishes would end up costing $5. So we're going to put the cheese on the top. Now remember, this is already done. You're just bringing it together and baking it in the air fryer oven, right? Melting the cheese and bringing the pasta, the ground beef, all together. When you buy cheese, it is cheaper to buy it by bulk versus packages, if you can. Okay. There we go. Okay. So we're going to put one on the bottom rack. I already have the rack in here. Normally I oil the rack, but I don't need to oil the rack because everything is in a pan. Okay. Now, did you notice something? I just forgot to put my sauce that I said I was going to put on the top. So let me do that, right? So check this out. We're just going to put it here and there. And don't worry, that cheese will ease right through. Mission accomplished. Let's put it in. We're going to put the second rack in halfway up. Okay. Some sauce got on my rack. Okay. And put the second one in. You always want to make sure when you put it in that it's enough room for the air to flow, right? Okay. Alright, so now let's turn it on. Let's take this down to 360, okay? And let's go 20 minutes and take a look then, shall we? Okay, and I'll be back. Thank you. Okay, so we have 5 minutes left on our 20-minute setting. Let's take a look and see what's going on. It looks like it's done, but I don't think so. I'm gonna take a temperature. So I'm gonna put my thermometer in, right into the middle, and see what that reads. Okay, so we're about up to 110, and it's moving slow, so we're not gonna reach our temperature yet. Okay, we want that to get up to about maybe 160, 165. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna swap places. Okay, I'm gonna take the bottom rack and put it on the top. And the one that was on the top, on the bottom. I just want you to get a visual of how it's looking so far. You see? You see how when you just drop the tomato sauce here and there on top of the cheese? It's a different appearance, huh? Looks good. Okay, we're gonna put it back in. And I'm gonna put this rack back in. And the reason why I'm switching them around, because obviously the top will cook faster than the bottom. So this way we can, and I'm going to increase my time. So remember, we started out with 20 minutes. We had 5 minutes left. So I'm going to go up another 15. That'll give me a total of 40 minutes. Okay? All right, we'll be back. Okay, so remember our total setting was 40 minutes. We did 2 9-inch cake pans that have the American chopped suey with cheese in it in this air fryer oven, right? So let's check it out. See, it says off, so let's see. Let's see what's going on. Okay, so remember this top one is the one that I switched from the bottom. Okay, and this is the bottom one. So we want to check a temperature. You can usually tell when the temperature is up there. The gauge will move pretty fast. Right now we're on 122. That's pretty fast. So we want to get up to around 160 is good. Anything 160 and up is good. No, we're at 129. So we're not ready. Okay, let's check the temperature of this one in here. The bottom one. Remember, the bottom one was on top originally and I switched it to the bottom. So let's see what that's reading. No, that's only up to 131. So we are going to need some more time. So I'm going to put them back in for another 10 minutes. So that will be a total of 50 minutes. So for the sake of this conversation, if you had one pan, it would take less time because of course it could circulate, right? Okay, so this one was on top, so I want to put this on the bottom. And then I'll put this, the one that was on the bottom, on the top. And we're going to give it all another 10 minutes. Okay. Time 3:60. And then let's set this for 10 minutes. So that'll give us a total of 50 minutes. Let's see. We'll be back. Okay, so I'm back. So you can see we have 1 minute left, and that was a total of 50 minutes that we've been cooking the chopped suey with the cheddar cheese, right? And so one pan we averaged about $5 when we did the math, because the total for the 2 pans was $10. So one pan would feed a family of 4, and if you had 8 people, that would be $10. That's pretty good to feed 8 people for $10, right? Okay, the word off is there, so let's take a look and see what's going on this time. Okay. Whoa, a little brown on the top. So let's put our thermometer in. Okay, we're at 155. Let's see if we're gonna go any higher. If we get to 160, that's good for pasta and ground beef. Okay, we're there. We're at 160 for this one. And let's check this one. You gotta cut the thermometer off and reset it. Put it right in the middle. So while we're waiting on that temp, let me show you this one. This one is only going to 155. So I'm going to give this another 5 minutes. This one will plate up and taste, okay? Alright, so while this one's cooking, we're going to taste the first one that's actually to 165, alright? So take that down to 360 and put this for 5 minutes. Okay, let me plate up. Wow, look at that. Ooh, uh-oh, almost went off the table. I caught it though. Okay, so here's a visual. Okay, you can see it's piping hot. Really hot. The cheese is melted. And grab some beef. Okay, and let me adjust the camera so you can see me. Okay, I'm gonna blow this for a few minutes because it's extremely hot. Okay. Mmm. Very good. Cheesy. I like it. I think you will too. Okay, great. So now that we've cooked our American chopped suey with cheese in the air fryer oven, it's been a pleasure with you hanging around with me and watching me do another video for you. And let's see, let me give you the word of the day. The word of the day is grab you some happiness. Grab you some joy. And grab you some love. Okay? Because you deserve it. Alright? Come on now, don't be so busy that you don't take time to get you yourself a little happiness, a little joy, a little love. Because after all, if you don't do it for yourself, who's going to do it for you? Okay? Alright, this is Grandma Ray Don't Play. I'm Rachel. Bye-bye. Till next time.